Heyo, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Welcome into CHGO Studios. This is Studio B. The B stands for Bets here in the West Loop of Chicago. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Hi, Cody. You can follow Cody Delmendo on Twitter at Cody_CHGO, right?
Yes.
It's not CHGO underscore Cody?
No, it's Cody.
Okay, we've been doing this for 8 months, and it's Cody.
Almost 9.
Underscore CHGO. We're being produced today by Joey, and it is week 11 of the NFL. We are here to give you our locks for Thursday, Sunday, and get this, Cody. They play games on Friday as well, so we're giving them locks for Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. How you feeling?
You said Friday, and I was like, what? They don't play NFL games
Well,
on
we're
Friday.
going to have a lock show for Friday. That's for college. But for NFL, we're going to be giving you
for sure. But yeah,
locks for
There's
Thursday,
a lot of football.
Sunday, Monday.
I've already won 2 bets today on college basketball. Oh, man. I'm feeling good going to tonight. So, yeah, I'm excited. Do we just want to jump into it? Or?
Well, what's your bank at? Yeah, I don't think we have a bank graphic.
$495.
$495?
$495. $495 after the $91 I won yesterday on the Mac parlay. I said yesterday's show, or I tweeted yesterday, Eastern Michigan and Western Michigan, the spread, and then I went ahead and parlayed both money line, obvious, and they were both huge dogs, and they both won outright. The Mac is awesome, and Maction continues to be the thing that gets me through cold fall/winter days here in the Midwest.
I'm at 50.87. I'm up a couple units here, and that's mainly because of Maction. That's because the Western Michigan and Central Michigan game went under 26.5.
God, I wish I would have just taken that bet.
I took under 49 and then live bet under 26.5.
Those are the best unders.
And a safety only happened. So that was nice. It was a total of 19. So thank you to those two teams.
So much snow.
Oh, a massive amount of snow. And it honestly made that game a lot more fun to watch because that game was brutal anyways. That game was going to be brutal no matter what. So thankfully they just had snow where you couldn't even see the
Have you guys seen those memes
lines
for this Sunday? I know we're about to talk NFL, but you know how there's supposed to be 6 feet of snow for this Bills-Browns game?
Yeah.
And everyone's posting like Devin Singletary height 5'7". He's gonna be underneath the snow.
He's gonna be underneath
no one
the
could.
snow. Yeah, I did see that actually, which is hilarious. But I think Devin. Well, depending on if the Bills and Browns play in Buffalo, I think Devin Singletary could be in line for a nice day.
Well, here's the thing. All right, and Randy, we're going to get to our best bets tonight. We got some for the Titans and Packers game. Cody, I think, probably has some more college basketball bets for you. I have one as well. But here's like true sicko mode. Yes, Sunday, there's going to be a lot of snow. But do you know what happens before Sunday, Cody?
Saturday.
Do you know what happens on Saturday? The Buffalo fucking Buffs are in action. My guys, and they're playing in Buffalo. So if there's going to be 6 feet of snow on Sunday, imagine how much snow is going to be there on Saturday. Saturday is going to be worse conditions, so I'm taking the under in Akron, Buffalo.
Oh.
All right? So if you want an actual bet, we're giving you a free one early for Saturday, and I'm teasing this
That's
to
some action on a Saturday.
Maction on a Saturday, and I'm doing the alternate total of under 40.5 at plus 180. So, we're real excited for this Buffalo snowstorm.
Okay. I like that bet, actually.
Why not?
I like that bet.
I think right now it's at under 48.5. So you might want to jump on it before a lot of other people get into it.
Randy is asking what bets you taking tonight.
I just brought that up, my man.
Yeah.
No, I brought that. I got you. Never mind.
Sorry.
One of the bets, I got you. One of the bets that we were going to go into, we got on DraftKings, you get a free bet back if your stepped up same game parlay loses. So we'll scratch Randy's back here and we'll go and give him one pick tonight. I have my stepped up same game parlay. I know Cody's probably got one as well. Thank you very much. Titans Packers under 42.5 is my alternate total. Christian Watson, anytime touchdown scorer, and Derrick Henry over 79.5 yards. That is boosted, stepped up to 960. So plus 960 is my stepped up same game parlay, and you can enjoy those on the DraftKings Sportsbook app each Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. You get one each and every day. You can enjoy and boost your winnings with the DraftKings Stepped Up Same Game Parlay. Again, we like tonight's Titans and Packers matchup. Thank you for bringing this up, Joey. This post from Reddit where they're making Christian Watson into Randy Moss in Dallas. But to make things even sweeter, you can throw down a stepped up same game parlay once per day game all season long. So again, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, you get a stepped up same game parlay. And tonight, if your stepped up same game parlay loses, you get a $10 free bet back on DraftKings Sportsbook. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code CHGO to get $200 in free bets if your team wins. Just place a $5 bet on any football game only at DraftKings Sportsbook using code CHGO. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Sorry, I didn't want to get the ad read in your way. Now we can fully let Cody cook. You've been in the lab all night last night, staying up until the wee hours, and you put together a load of picks for us. So what picks do you have tonight, and what NFL picks do you want to get into?
Let's do tonight, right? Okay, so I'm actually putting together my stepped up same game parlay right now as you were talking. I like your plays, but this is how I see tonight's game going. All right, it's going to be windy. It's going to be cold at the frozen tundra. Chris Berman used to say, probably still says.
Probably.
All right. It's Thursday night football. It's disgusting. The Packers coming off a honestly hilarious comeback W, because I love to watch the Cowboys lose on. I mean, it was a 3:00 game, but it might as well have been primetime because it was America's game of the week. The only thing that was missing was Joe Buck calling the game and basically telling everyone why Aaron Rodgers is the greatest of all time.
Sounds like,
but it was Joe Davis instead. And but anyway, they're coming off a huge win. Short week though for both teams. The Titans just went into Denver, Denver went into Nashville and faced the Titans. Titans were down 10-0 at one point, came back and won because that Denver offense stinks. So now both teams coming off wins going into Thursday night football, short week for both teams, and it's going to be windy and cold in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I love the under, but how do I see this game going? I see a lot of run, and a lot of punt. And so if you're talking to me about the Titans and how they're going to move the ball, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is going to eat tonight, especially with this Packers shitty run defense, all right? So in my stepped up same game parlay, I'm putting, because Derrick Henry is so great, his rushing yards line is like over 100 yards, right?
Well, and just real quick too, just because you're talking about Derrick Henry, DraftKings does have a boost on Derrick Henry touchdowns. You can get that at just plus 100.
Right. It's at minus 150 without the boost, so you're getting at plus 100. So like, we like to sit here and kind of joke about how the books kind of know something sometimes. I think that's a must play. I feel like you got to play because if the Titans are scoring tonight, it's going to be because of Derrick Henry. So my stepped up same game parlay, I have Derrick Henry anytime touchdown. I have Aaron Rodgers under 274.5 passing yards and Derrick Henry over 109.5 rushing yards. Now I know that 109 rushing yards can be a little scary, but again, that Packers rush defense is not very good. And again, the way the game script I see going is like the Packers, the only way that outside of against the Cowboys, outside of that game, all season, it's been if they don't get the run game going, then they really struggle. So I see the Packers coming out and still trying to run the ball with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones. Now, the Titans' run defense in general is really good. So I'm interested to see how the Packers come out and play against it. Again, they're coming off a huge win. They got a lot of, they got some momentum finally. I mean, it was so fun to watch them lose for like a good month and a half straight. But again, they're going to be at home. They know these conditions. I wouldn't say the Titans don't know these conditions because it's not like they've never played in cold weather before, considering they play outdoors in Nashville too, but it's not nearly as cold as it is in Wisconsin. But this Titans defense is going to be challenged. So that said, though, like I said, I'm taking Derrick Henry's rushing yards because I just think that's the only way the Titans are going to move the ball. Even though Tannehill's going to start for the Titans, I just don't like anything about their passing game. I love everything about how they move the ball via the run. And I love how Mike Vrabel is as a coach. He knows what they are, and he just embraces it, and he puts his teams in position to win. Here we are in the middle of November, and people are looking at the Titans, and they're like, they're 6-3? Like, what? No one understands. They do this year in and year out since Vrabel's been there. So I'm going to take the Titans tonight plus 3.5. One, because Vrabel is 20-7 as a 3-point or more underdog as a Titans coach. And the fact that I just think it's going to be a run game script. And I'm going to take Derrick Henry over anyone else every single time.
So what's the full stepped up same game parlay?
Derrick Henry under 274 passing yards for Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, okay.
Okay, and then over 109.5 rushing for Derrick Henry. So it's basically a Derrick Henry parlay, but mixed in with some hate on Aaron Rodgers and under 274. Because again, I think it's going to be run, long possessions. And if he even comes close to it, it would be because the Packers hit one or two random long passes. And maybe Christian Watson could score that touchdown. He's coming off a great game. Can he do it back-to-back weeks? Well, it looks like maybe Aaron Rodgers finally found a guy. I don't know, but we're going to see.
Yeah, and Randy's saying Aaron Rodgers under passing yards is a lock tonight, and you boosted it up to 274 in your same game parlay. Yeah. Right now, it's over under 239.5 on DraftKings Sportsbook. He has gone over that, or he's gone over that. I'm sorry, 4 times this year against Detroit, against New England, against Tampa Bay. And then against the Jets. So those are the 4 times he's gone over 240 yards. So I do like that lock as well. I don't think that the Christian Watson thing is going to be he's not going to have a greatest game as he did last time, because something that we've seen with Mike Vrabel coming from that Bill Belichick tree is they love to shut down your most explosive weapon. And I understand Aaron Jones is probably the best offensive player on that team right now. Outside of Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he really counts. As we could tell, he's the best weapon. So I do think that they're probably going to try to shut down Christian Watson, because we saw what this team was without Christian Watson. They were unable to move the ball. So I do think that, going under Rodgers passing yards makes sense tonight. I think going under on the game makes sense as well. And I would not go Packers minus 3.5 right now, especially with it being boosted at plus 100. That's usually where they want to get you, right?
Yeah.
4, or if I was getting 2.5, I'd be fine with it. But 3.5 right there, I want that field goal.
So I forgot to say my stepped up same game parlay, the 3-legger, it comes out to plus 350. But if you use the boost from the stepped up same game parlay, boost it to plus 420. Nice. So not as much juice as yours, but I think that this, like, if you want more juice, then take under on Aaron Rodgers passing yards lower than 274. I just think that it would not surprise me if there was a few, like 1 or 2 passes that you're like, how did this happen? Because that's what Aaron Rodgers does. There, I said something nice about him for any Packers fans that might be watching. But yeah, I love the under. The under is 17, 11, and 1. I think I've been keeping track all season. I want to say it's 17, 11, and 1 in primetime games this year. And underdogs on primetime this year have been very profitable too. I don't know the record off the top of my head, but I do know that it's at least a 60 or 70% win rate. So, yeah, I'm going to ride with the Titans again. I might think differently if it would have been under 3 points, but you're giving me the 3 points here, plus a hook. Like, I just think, like, it's been 4 days. 4 days ago, the Packers were 4.5-point dogs against the Cowboys.
Right.
How much better is the Cowboys than the Titans, or how much worse is the Cowboys than the Titans? I think the Titans are better than them. Yeah,
I think people would just assume because of Dak and Zeke and CD and that offense and the Dallas Cowboy name, especially with Micah Parsons and Diggs on the other side too. Like, they have a lot of star power, but I mean, the Titans just played really good football, and Mike Vrabel is a really good football coach. So you're right. I mean, this playing Mike Vrabel in the spread is usually a very, very smart move because he's just always so prepared, and that team is always fighting, and that team's always clawing. I mean, you see they held Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes to under 20. Yeah. And that was a 17-9 game for a large part of it.
And that was a game that Malik Willis started. And I think Malik Willis actually can be good down the road, but he's just not ready.
Right, but
and they're not giving him any chance to throw. But Tannehill's in tonight, and he's an experienced veteran quarterback, and we can sit here and talk about whether he's good or not all we want. He's definitely a good game manager, and he's better when Derrick Henry gets going. Well, and we're at a point in the season where Derrick Henry really starts to really, like, put defenses in shambles because it's cold, and he is just a beast, dude. Like, there's no running back like him in the NFL. And I think we're in store for a huge night from Derrick Henry.
Well, and the DraftKings app is letting you know that your people probably agree with you. Percent of bets placed, 57% of the money, at least on DraftKings app, is saying is on Tennessee. 43% of the money is on Green Bay. So people do agree with you that I don't know if they're buying in to the Packers this Thursday night, but we love the unders as well every Thursday night. So definitely take the under with these teams running the ball like they do. All right, let's go to Sunday. We got the Lions at Giants. That line is -3 in favor of the home Giants. Over under at 45. You have the Panthers at Ravens. Ravens getting 13 points on the road in Baltimore, over under at 41.5. Bears going to Atlanta. They are getting +3 points, over under at 49.5. Browns versus Bills in the massive snowstorm. The over under just changed to 43. The Browns are getting 8.5 points on the road. Rams in New Orleans. Rams getting 3 points, over under 39. That one's going to be so exciting to watch. Commanders at Texans. The Texans at home are getting 3 points, over under 41. Jets at Patriots. Jets on the road getting 3 and the hook, over under at 38. Eagles, Colts. Colts are at home getting 7, over under 44.5. Raiders, Broncos. Raiders on the road with a 3-point cushion, over under 41. Dallas Cowboys, they are going to Minnesota, and they have a line of -1.5. So the Vikings just went into Buffalo. Are home dogs. And getting a 1.5 versus Dallas, who just went to Green Bay and lost. I don't know about that one. Bengals, Steelers, home dogs as well. They have a 4-point cushion, and the over-under is 41 against Cincinnati. And then the Chiefs, Chargers, and then we'll go to Cody's locks here. Chargers, home dogs as well. They're getting 6 points, over-under 51. Cody, where do you want to take us?
All right. Well, let's save the Bears and Falcons for last, because that's why everyone's here. Jets, Patriots. Both coming off the bye. Jets played well against them in the first game, but second half kind of fell apart. And the Patriots, I don't know how many games in a row they've beat the Jets, but this Jets team is good. I think we can officially say that this Jets team is good. And both teams are, at this point, when you think about them in total, from what we've seen this year with our eyes, they're not much different. Both teams play decent defense. Jets' defense has been really good, right?
Both have questionable quarterbacks.
Yeah, both have quarterbacks that you can't depend on. So you're giving me 3.5. You're giving me the Jets at +3.5 at Foxborough, where the Patriots, when Tom Brady was there, you probably don't want to bet on the whoever's going up against Tom Brady then. But this is Mac Jones, and the run offense for the Patriots has been good. Stevenson's been pretty good for them. But this Jets defense is pretty good. I mean, the over-under is at 38. I would tell you to just take the under. Maybe even at 38, the under is still at play. Because I think that game that they had, it went well under, and it was around a total like this as well. But I think this is the game. The Jets finally beat the Pats. I think this is the one. On the road, because I just think they're the better team. I know they don't have Breece Hall, but I think coming off the bye, they're going to get James Robinson more involved. They still have Michael Carter. And again, coming off the bye, both these, Belichick and Saleh, they've had time to prepare for this game. So, history says you should probably take Belichick here. But again, 3.5 points. I think this game's going to come down to a field goal or something like that. I'm leaning the Jets, and I'm sprinkling on the Jets money line because I just think they're the better team. I think they finally beat the Pats and get off the schneid.
I agree with you. Did you say schneid?
Whatever the word is.
Schneid.
Whatever.
Like chive onion. So
I can't talk.
In October, these two teams last played. New England won by 5. And you mentioned Patriots not having Tom Brady. Last time these two teams have played in Foxborough, though, Patriots won by 14 and 41. So I agree with you. Jets look fantastic. They have this great defense. 3 and the hook. Who wouldn't take that? I'm just staying away, though, because Bill Belichick has magic that he clearly works and is storing to destroy New York football.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've loved betting on the Jets this year.
I have
a very profitable team this year, And again, I know they're both coming off the bye, but I think that the Jets, they finally get it. And so that's where I'm at on that.
I love how in the noon slot you go to Jets Patriots. How about we talk about the Bears Falcons, baby? We got I was just fucking with you. Bears at +3, over under 49.5. Bears money line at +135. We slamming that?
Yes, this is. This is the last time. It's the last time because the schedule's going to get a little bit harder after this week. This is the last time. If you want to ride the Bears one last time, this is the week because they're going to go play an Atlanta Falcons team that has overachieved. All right. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. They were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year, and they looked awful against the Panthers on Thursday Night Football last week. So, yeah, they're coming off a little mini bye, whatever you want to call it. But it's the Bears are on the road in Atlanta. They're going to be in a dome. So the weather's not even going to be a factor when it comes to how the Bears run offense or whatever. Justin Fields has been insane. If you don't want to bet on the Bears to win or the spread, just take Justin Fields and whatever, especially on the rushing end. Oh my gosh, the guy is
you're
doing
gonna put him on
whatever he
turf. The fastest player in the NFL.
Oh,
on
and
turf?
he's gonna go back. He's gonna be back in Georgia, where
Yeah.
they basically told him that Jake Fromm was gonna take his spot, so he transferred to Ohio State. Oh man, in a way this is a revenge game for him.
What team did Justin Fields root for when he was growing up? The Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
So, right. I mean, this is a revenge game all around. So I definitely love the Bears in this spot. Getting plus money, +135 is at +140 recently as well. Lay the points, take the Bears money line, take the over too.
Oh, yeah. The overs hit the last 2 weeks in the Bears games.
And the reason why I don't think the Falcons can actually win this game is because they don't have a run game. Like, I understand the Bears don't have a great defense. They just traded away their best linebacker in Roquan Smith. But who's going to run the ball? Cordell Patterson? I understand it's Cordell Patterson revenge game, but we understand what Cordell Patterson is.
Well, he's been pretty good for them over the last year, but
we just bet on him on Thursday night. He stunk.
He did stink, but he did have a good week the week before, and that's why we bet on him, right? He's been back off the injury report the last 2 weeks now. I think they're gonna get Cordell Patterson involved a little bit more this week. At least they should. I don't know.
Well, at this point, I'm really feeling to put together a
guy. He is the one guy that I'm afraid of. I'm also afraid of Kyle Pitts, but they don't like to use him. They just tell him to block.
Now that I said that, I'll probably put together a same game parlay of Justin Fields scoring a touchdown, Justin Fields over rushing yards, and Cordell Patterson to score a touchdown. And Matthew popping in, DK boosted, Derrick Henry anytime touchdown at +100. I put $15 on it, so fingers crossed. Our girl Carmi V tweeting out, Packers announced that they've activated Randall Cobb off IR for tonight's game against the Titans. Rodgers will now have Cobb, Lazard, Watkins, and Watson as his top 4 wide receivers. So, Titans will need to score, and they'll need to punch it in with Derrick Henry, and I still think that'll happen. But, hey, if Packers spread might be looking a little bit more enticing for some people. I don't know. What other games you got on Sunday?
Let's see. I looked at Lions and Giants, and I like the Giants -3. They're at home. They're going up against a Lions team that is not good. I mean, they won against the Bears last week. They were down 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter. And the Bears lost that game more than the Lions winning it, in my opinion. I think we can all sit here and agree with that.
That Buffalo Browns-Bills game is officially being moved to Detroit.
Oh, so now slam the over. Slam the over in that game. If it's officially moved to Detroit, they're going to be in a dome. Slam the over. Slam the over. I'm sure that line is going to change significantly. I wish I would have been able to take the over now.
I'm doing it. I'm putting $5 on it.
Yeah, it's not up on. They removed it on DraftKings, but if I need to restart my phone or something, I will. But yeah, it's a closed market right now, so it's going to come out, and the over under is probably going to be higher. So it was probably smart the people who got the over already. It was probably smarter the people who already bet the over. I just wasn't sure what they were going to do, but
that's kind of crazy. I can't remember the NFL doing that in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, now
proactively moving a game like that. It's like the all-weather league. Like they play playoff games in snow and shit.
And now I'm worried about my Buffalo game. Is the University of Buffalo going to move their game to Akron? Are you fucking kidding me? God damn it.
Those college kids, they do whatever. They go out there and they got some grit.
They play in the snow.
Yeah. Anyway, Giants -3. They got the run game. This Lions defense is not good. Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery were running all over them last week. I think that Saquon will do that. They're also coming off the bye, I'm pretty sure. No, they're not coming off the bye. They played last week. I'm sorry. So yeah, I like, you give me a field goal with the Giants. I think they at least push. I don't see them losing this game, and I don't see this being a 1 or 2 point game. I think the Giants here at 3 it's kind of undervalued in my opinion in terms of what the books are thinking. Unless I'm completely missing something here. Is there someone hurt that I don't know about? Like I think the Giants win this game at home.
The Giants have won games. They've all been tight. So I think that's all the reason why it's there.
That's true. But I don't know, man. This and I know the Lions have been in games and stuff, but I don't know, man. This Giants at home, playing the way they are, and the run game that they have with that bad Lions defense, I don't know. Plus, the Lions are due for a letdown after that comeback win against the Bears.
Right.
So I like the Giants there. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles -7. I do think the Colts story's fun. It's real cute. It's real nice. Jeff Saturday. The Eagles are a real football team. They're an actual football team. They have actual NFL players. They just acquired Ndamukong Suh. And the only reason why the Colts or the Commanders, that's the team that I wanted. The Commanders were able to run the ball was because Jordan Davis was out. Now they've just brought in Linval Joseph. Now they got Ndamukong Suh. So I will definitely take Eagles -7. I think they're just that much better of a football team.
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I wasn't really sure what to like. If I were to play it, like when I was looking at it last night, I was like, it looks like the books want you to take the Colts. Like it feels like a trap in a way, a little bit. Colts 7-point touchdown underdog at home, coming off that win. Jeff Saturday energy and all this stuff. I don't know. It's so yeah, I kind of understand what you mean. Plus, the Eagles are due for a bounce back after the way they played against the Commanders. But if they turn the ball over like they did against the Commanders, then I think the Colts cover that easily. But yeah, no, that's an interesting one. Cowboys Vikings. I don't think I have that on the graphic that Joey made, but I do kind of like Vikings money line at home, and I've been fading the Vikings all year. And honestly, they should have lost that game against Buffalo. The Bills literally just blew it. Josh Allen fumbling the ball in the red zone or in the end zone when all they had to do was just get a yard or two and just, be done. Like the Bills lost that game. They're like, and the Vikings were down, a couple touchdowns and the Bills let them back in, blah, blah, blah. Like maybe we've been overvaluing the Bills a little bit too much. I don't know. But this Cowboys team, I haven't really been a big believer of them all season, but on the road at Minnesota coming off the big win, they lead the NFC North. I feel like they still feel like they're not getting any respect. They're not getting any respect from me. But I'm going to take them this week. I'm gonna ride the Vikings one time because Justin Jefferson is a stud, and I don't know if Trayvon Diggs is going to be able to cover him all game. Yeah. And also Dalvin Cook's good too. Like their offense is good. If Kirk Cousins doesn't turn the ball over and they're able to run the ball, then that just opens everything up. And I just don't like this Cowboys team. Just feels very fluky. Maybe the beginning of the year is a fluke. I don't know.
The Vikings have proven each and every week that they can stay in ball games. I mean, I think you'd be dumb not to take plus money on them.
They've been like every win they've had has been just by a few points, and the ball has gone their way a few times. So you could say, they're due for some regression because of some of the cheap wins that they've got. And like, not to take anything away from them, but their win against the Bills was a steal. They stole that game that they didn't deserve to win, and that's just the fact. So I don't know. I don't really know what to expect, but I do lean the Vikings here. Again, home underdog plus 100 against the team that you're asking me to trust the Cowboys after what they just did? I'll take the home dog, right? So yeah, those are some of the games I really like. I mean,
I'll add and I'll go Raiders Broncos. I think I'll take Broncos -3. I'll also go under 41. I don't think any points are getting scored in that game. And I understand Devontae Adams is great, but you got Carr crying at the post-game press conference. Darren Waller's on the IR. This is a mess. This Las Vegas team's an absolute mess.
This game's just going to be disgusting because I don't. If I were to bet this, I'd just take the under.
Yeah, well, give me the under, and I just don't think the Raiders are scoring points. So I mean, if anything,
I don't think the Broncos are going to score points either.
Well, right. What's the team props on points on? Yeah, I mean, you can get Raiders under 19.5. I'll take that easily. Matthew Gregory popping up saying Josh Jacobs is a Bronco killer. Josh McDaniels is a vibe killer, and I think that all vibes are killed in that locker room, and I don't think they're going to be able to do anything. I think that this team is just going to absolutely quit on Josh McDaniels and their coach and their owner. So I'm getting horrible vibes. I'm just fading the vibes on the Raiders.
Well, I will say this, like the one reason why I like the under in that game is because it is a divisional game. That means these teams know each other. In divisional unders, the trend says that they've been profitable over the last 10 years. So, if I'm betting this game, I'm taking the under because you don't know what you can get out of this Broncos team. I took the Broncos last week to cover the 3, and they were up 10-0 against the Titans, and then, they let the Titans score 14 straight on them. And then they're like Russell Wilson can't get it going on the final drive of the game, and they're coming off the big win again that they had in London. Just to only let their fans down again. Our friends in DMVR have to just be in complete shambles with this Broncos team. They've been a complete disappointment. But again, divisional game, and the Raiders are bad too, so that's why I'm like under. So, Bengals Steelers. This is a game where I probably just don't even touch because I don't really know what to think. Bengals coming off a big blowout win, right? And the Steelers, they upset someone last week. They were an underdog.
Chargers?
No, it wasn't the Chargers. They were on the Sunday night game. Either way, the Steelers won as an underdog last week. Kenny Pickett's starting to get it going. Saints, yeah. And the Saints are nowhere near where the Bengals are. I probably lean Bengals here because I still think the Bengals have a chance to win the AFC North. But I'm probably not touching it. Now, Sunday night game, Chiefs-Chargers.
I want to say under 51.
Yeah, I would say under 51 as well, and especially if Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are out again. This Chargers offense, man, Justin Herbert's getting too much slander right now. It's like you got no one to doesn't have his main weapons to throw to. Austin Eckler's having to do everything, and they've gotten solid contributions, but they just aren't getting enough to where they can get a lead and sustain it. Their defense was able to play really well against the 49ers last week, which was kind of like an impressive feat considering how it had been.
But even that Saints game, they win 20-17. You expect just Justin Herbert to be putting up more points and just doesn't have the weapons to do that. I'll take Chargers team total under 22.5. Maybe I'll stay away from over under 51 just because Patrick Mahomes can light it up. But I do think the Chargers lay an egg here. I do think that it's a struggle for them to get over 20 points. So I'll take under 22.
Well, they're 6-point dogs at home, but is where the Chargers play really a home environment? Not really. But right now I'd probably lean under just because, one, divisional game, and I said everything about divisional unders, and you don't really know what you're going to get out of this Chargers offense. Now, Chiefs, they also have been kind of they've been inconsistent on offense. If I'm a Chiefs fan right now, I'm optimistically cautious. You're feeling good about your team, but they've shown stretches where, they can't get anything going on offense. And I think getting Isaiah Pacheco more involved on offense is going to help them as they have in recent games. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has basically lost the job. R.I.P. and peace to him. But I've watched some games of theirs, and I'm like, this is one where you feel like you really miss Tyreek Hill. Because, McCole Hartman's nice, and you still got Kelsey, and, they picked up Kadarius Toney, who had a great game last week, right?
Adjusting his gloves mid-catch.
Right.
That was a crazy video.
They have some dudes, and maybe Kadarius Toney could turn into something like a Tyreek Hill one day, who's a first-round draft pick, but there's only one Tyreek Hill. So what I'm saying is the Chiefs offense can put up some points, but they've also gone in stretches where they've really struggled to really do what they want. That game against the Titans on Sunday Night Football a few weeks ago, that's a perfect example. And
I just don't think the Chargers have that good of a defense. And that's my main thing is I just don't trust the Chargers, and I do think just with this offense being so sloppy, I think they'll turn it over, and I think the Chiefs will have more opportunities. And you give Patrick Mahomes 12 chances, he'll probably burn you on 5 of those. Let's go to the Monday night game. Niners Cardinals. This line is +8. Cardinals at home getting 8 points. Over under 43.5. I'm not touching this game.
I'm not touching it until I learn if Kyler Murray is going to play.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals are coming off a big win against the Rams last week, where Colt McCoy had they had a good game against the Rams, but
now the Rams are 3-point underdogs to the Saints, led by Andy Dalton.
Well, and the 49ers, they're healthy. They're getting healthy. If Kyler Murray can play, then I can see the Cardinals hanging around. But.
Matthew's saying this one's in Mexico City.
Oh, so I forgot about that. Yeah. And maybe, neutral field. I don't know. I don't know how much that affects anything. I'm not touching until I learn about Kyler Murray's health.
Right.
That's how I am on it. And we'll see. But 8 points is a lot of points in the NFL. I'll just say that, no matter how good or bad a team is.
Absolutely. Make sure you
Commanders, 10.5-point dogs on Monday. They won outright. So. And against the Eagles.
There you go. That's Cody Delmendo. You can make sure, and hey, divisional games, they get wacky. Yes. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And hey, Matthew Gregory saying, as a Cardinals employee, I could say Cardinal practice today. Okay.
That Kyler practice today.
Oh, Kyler, what did I say?
You said Cardinal.
Cardinal. Oh, as a Cardinals employee, I can say Kyler practice today. I don't know.
I don't know that because of my job.
Got you. I can't read. I'm blind. Thank you, Matthew.
All right. Well, then, if Kyler plays right now, I would lean for them to cover the 8.5. But
it's just 8.
Yeah,
it's just 8.
I know.
All right.
Divisional games get wacky, man. I lean Cardinals +8. Cliff Kingsbury as an underdog against the spread's really good.
All right. That's Cody Delmendo. I'm Sean Anderson. Thank you to Joey for
hey, you're welcome,
producing
Sean.
the show.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you very much.
My job.
And thank you, Randy and Matthew, for hanging out with us in the CHGO chat. Make sure you become a CHGO diehard. Become a diehard member at allchgo.com. Members get exclusive deals on shirts, exclusive merch, exclusive podcasts, and exclusive events and opportunities. So make sure you definitely check us out at allchgo and become a member today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow for college football locks.